Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name's Greg and this is Puddle Walkers Outdoors. Alright guys, so this week starts the RLDL spring challenge. So every year Mike from Leash Life Dad Life does a spring challenge. The first time it was a spinnerbait. I can't remember what last year's was. I think last year's was chatterbaits, and then this year it's actually inline spinnerbaits or inline spinners. So an inline spinner is like a rooster tail or a Mepps. It's basically a blade that has a spinner that spins and it's in line with the bait. It's not like a buzz bait where it kicks off or a spinner bait where it splits into a little triangle. These are great lures for the creeks, and that's where we're going to use it at today. Right down here at the bottom of this big old ravine right here, about 100 foot down there, is one of my favorite creeks. We're going to work our way down here, and then we are going to throw something from a Bit Fishy bait and tackle shop called the Darla. The Darla is it's an inline spinner, but it has an EWG hook on the back of it. This allows you to put whatever kind of plastic you want on the back end of it. I'm going to be using this Ned Wacky swim bait, and I'm hoping that I just rip them up, guys. We need 3 fish down here, and we need 3 big fish. Let's get down here and see what we can catch. Guys, here she is in all her glory. The water is looking great today. Flooding has stopped a while ago. We're down to just nice clear streams. We're going to catch some fish in this today, guys. We're going to start back over in this way, and then I'm going to work my way back towards this way. All right guys, this is what we're starting out with today. This is called the Darla. I got this from a Bit Fishy Bait and Tackle. He's an Indiana online tackle shop. The swim bait on it is from Ned Wacky. I believe it's a swallowtail. I'm not for sure. And I believe that is his bourbon color. Dangle Lures actually makes these inlines, but like I said, you can order them from a Bit Fishy Bait and Tackle here in Indiana. All right guys, let's toss it out there. Let's see what we can get today. There we go. First fish on. That's a small now. He's a little guy. We won't worry about measuring him. We're definitely looking for bigger than this. There we go. First fish of the day. What a beauty. See you later, buddy. Hey, whopped her a good one in there. There we go. Little guy here. Get him on up and out of here on his way. See if there's something else sitting up there in that mouth. Oh, lost him. Oh, oh, that was a good one. He took the tail right off the back of this thing. There's a big one around here somewhere. You're just gonna have to find him. Rock bass or bluegill? That's a bluegill. Oh, green sunfish. Big old greenie. There you go. It's a beautiful green sunfish. On your way, buddy. I think that was actually maybe a pumpkin seed. But you never know what you're going to catch in the creek. That's one of my favorite parts about it. You just never know what's going to come out of there. There we go. That's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one. Best one of the morning right there. I'm gonna measure him. That's a good boy right there. That's a good boy. Oh yeah. Chill out there, bro. Let me get your picture and get your measurement. Yeah. That's a nice one. My guess is probably 15 inches. Let's find out. There we go, guys. That's the first one sitting right at 15 inches. That's a beauty. All right, let's get him on up out of here. Well, guys, I made it down to the corner where I was getting ready to go into the woods, and I realized I left my board way back here where I caught the last fish that I actually measured. So I'll take a little moment here to talk to you guys for a second. So I make my way back over here to my board. Cannot believe I left it over here. But anyways, guys, everything is going pretty good right now. I'm not exactly catching the fish that I want to catch, but I'm catching fish. And that's pretty important because it's been really difficult here lately. You know, coming out of winter, going into spring, going into the spawn, things like that really makes the fishing difficult. And so being able to get out here and just catch fish, you know, just walk around and catch fish on moving baits is pretty awesome. I gotta jump down here real quick. I think this is the last place I had my board at. I'm gonna go check, guys. All right, stick around. Now, since we're back here, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and fish it again. My board's not here, so I've lost it somewhere closer up than where I was at. So let's just see if we could pull another one out of this area. This is where the nicest fish of the day came from. Dang. I thought for sure there'd be another one in here. I missed one a couple times, so I didn't know if he was gonna come back out and bite or not, but it don't look like he's going to. Yep, he did. I got him too. What is it? Oh, it's one of them giant old rock basses that get in here, guys. Look at the size of that booger. You got some big ones in here. He golfed that thing. I may have to get my pliers out to get this thing out of him. Man, he really wanted that. Whew, there we go. It's a beautiful rock bass, guys. Let's get him up out of here and let's get moving and try to find us some more of the species we're actually looking for. See you later, buddy. All right, guys, we found the missing board. I dropped it up here, it's probably why. I dropped it here, then I got down here and I fished and then walked off without it. All right, let's make a few more casts right here. Since, you know, we are here, there's got to be some more fish in here. They're definitely not being very active. And I'm seeing them when they come out and actually take swipes at this. I've missed a lot of fish today. Topwater lure right now. I gotta put one on real quick and just give it a shot. See what happens through here. I know there's fish here, so let's run a flat side through here real fast, see if we catch anything on it, and then we'll move on. Oh, I had one hit us right there. Nah, I missed him. Okay, ripped our worm, or ripped our little fish. Got it. Keep missing them. I waited for him that time too. Got him that time. There we go. Another largemouth. It just seems to be heavy on the largemouth down on this end of the creek. Come on now, get out of there. Here we go. It's another little guy. See you later, buddy. Well, y'all, I walked myself way back here, probably further than I should have. I caught like two other rock bass, or one other rock bass, and two largemouth. So, not really worth the walk, if you ask me. I got to get back through this thicket. We got a storm moving in, so I'm trying not to get caught in the rain out here. I don't like getting caught in the rain. If I'm gonna get wet, I just want to be wet. I don't want to try to stay dry and then get wet because it's raining on me. So we're gonna bust it up out of here. I may fish it the park out rest of the way, because we're out of the park now. We're on property we're technically not supposed to be on, but it didn't matter. Dude's property sucks, gonna fish on it. All right, guys, stay tuned. All right, this is pretty much like where we caught like almost all of our fish. This hole here put out pretty good. Now let's see. Oh, thought that was a fish on there. There we go. There's one more in there. Got him on the old tube. Whew, he's about to come off too. There we go, guys. Might be my last one for the day. Beautiful little 12-inch smallmouth. All right, guys, let's get him on up out of here. Well, folks, all that thunder and lightning, it stopped. I guess the storm just blew right on by me. It got me pretty nervous. Said I don't like that. I don't like the lightning and all that going on when I'm out here fishing. If I'm in my house, I don't care. If I'm in my car, I don't care. But if I'm out here in nature and it's thundering and lightning and a severe storm is coming, my butthole's puckering. I'm ready to get on up out of there. All right, guys, we're gonna fish this other spot that I started out here earlier today. I had a really nice one come out, well, which I believe was nice. Whoop, get past all that. I believe he was nice. He took a shot at that inline spinner, but he missed it. I think he ripped my bait right in half when he come through there and hit it. So I'm hoping that he'll be active still when I get down here and I can catch him on the tube. That's kind of how I do things, guys, in case you haven't picked up on that yet. I like to use one lure one way, and then if I miss any fish or lose any fish or see fish I couldn't get, I'll put a different lure on, and then I'll use that on my way back out, which is what I'm doing now, working my way out of here. I absolutely love this place, guys. It is so beautiful. If you ain't ever been out here to Greens Bluff, I highly recommend you do it. It's right here in Spencer, Indiana. It used to be private property. Had an old mill back in here long time ago. And a guy by the name of John Green, I think it's John Green or James Green, one of the two, he tried building a mill on here. And as we all know, this creek right here gets pretty bad shape. And it took his mill out, and like a few years later, he had built another one. And then floods came back through sometime after and wiped it out again. And it's just kind of been the remnants of what could have been back here ever since then. But I mean, seriously though, guys, this place is just gorgeous. I mean, absolutely beautiful. This is the bluff wall right here. This is Greens Bluff. And it's just beautiful down here, guys. Even if you just like hiking and you don't really care too much for smallmouth fishing, it's absolutely beautiful. But I recommend bringing a fishing pole too, because you probably catch you some fish. All right, guys, let's get around this wall and let's get down here to this hole and let's try to catch this big fish. All right, guys, stay tuned. One more, guys. Did not have the camera on. He whopped her as soon as I got her in that corner, though. Thought I had the camera on, but I didn't. He's not bad, actually. It's probably 13 inches. It's not bad at all right there. Good looking old booger. See you later, buddy. Let's put it in there again. See if there may be another one in there. It's like, can't believe I didn't have my camera on. Change that color to the whiskey. And he whopped it. Oh, uh-oh. There we go. Must have been on a rock or something. Yeah, it may have been a fish. Body got pulled up off there. Might have been a fish. There we go. What we got? Rock bass. Not a bad one either. Tube putting in the work for us now. In there, Mr. Rock Bass. See what else we can catch off that wall. Trying to keep dropping our bait over there and missed him? Yeah, I missed him. They're in there. May not be another big one in there, but they're in there. I don't think I really even caught a big one out of here yet. I think they've all been about 12, 13 inches, really. What size is that guy, folks? Big old black snake. Go on, buddy. Get on your way. They're nice and friendly. They don't cause any trouble. All right, guys, not a bad day down here at Greens Bluff. Camera died on me. I caught a couple more. Nothing to measure, though. It's like everything I caught today was in between the 10 and 13 inch range, with the exception of the 115. Whew. I gotta tell you, the worst part about coming up out of this creek is having to walk this dang old hillside back. It's down in there, and I'm old. It takes my breath away. Whew. But we're gonna go to another creek. I got a little bit more time left. This sun's not going down yet. The storm clouds have cleared out. The It's just pretty much just moved away, period, altogether. I haven't heard no thunder. I haven't seen no lightning, and it stopped raining on me, so that's a good thing. We're gonna hike this trail out, get back to the car, get loaded up, and then we're gonna head over to one more creek for the day, and that'll wrap up day one of the RLDL inline spinner challenge, guys. All right, stick around. Well, guys, came over here to this creek and caught a beautiful 17-incher. All right, guys, let's get him up out of here. I think this is gonna be my last fish for the day. I hate that my camera's dead. You guys didn't get to see the catch. All right, guys, let's get this guy out of here. Well, guys, I'm out of here. I'm heading home. I left my batteries at home, so I've been running off of just my power box, and my power box died on me on the way over here to this creek. It's caught a beautiful largemouth, 17-incher. I caught a spotted bass, and I was like, man, I'm just gonna give all these guys sore mouths, and y'all ain't gonna know nothing about it. And I'm just gonna show you clips of the fish, and I don't like that. I wanna show you guys all the action. So I'll leave you guys with that big fish, and I'll see you guys here soon. This RLDL spinnerbait during inline challenge lasts all week, so I plan on getting out as much as I can this week to see if I can do a little better than 115 and 117. All right, guys, see you soon.